From mountaintop fortresses to colorful palaces rising above misty forests, Europe is full of castles that feel straight out of a fairy tale. In this video, we'll count down 10 magical castles in Europe that are less famous than the usual tourist spots, but just as enchanting. Number 10. Pena Palace in Sintra, Portugal. High above the town of Sintra, just 40 minutes from Lisbon, stands the brightly colored Pena Palace. With its yellow and red towers, Moorish arches, and sweeping views of the Atlantic, it looks like something straight out of a fantasy novel. How to get there? From Lisbon, take a train to Sintra, and then hop on the tourist bus or hike up the forest trails. When to visit? Spring and autumn bring fewer crowds and pleasant weather. Don't miss the mysterious Quinta da Regalera with its famous initiation well nearby, and the historic center of Sintra filled with pastries like travesseros. Number 9. Bojnice Castle in Slovakia. One of the most romantic castles in Central Europe, Bojnice Castle combines Gothic, Renaissance, and Romantic styles. It's surrounded by a dreamy park and even has a small lake that mirrors its towers. How to get there? Bojnice is about 2 hours from Bratislava by car or bus. Best time to visit? Every spring, the castle hosts an international festival of ghosts and spirits, a unique event that makes the place even more magical. Nearby attractions? The Bojnice Zoo and Spa Town are right next door, perfect for a full-day trip. Number 8. Hohenzollern Castle in Germany. Perched on a forested mountain in Baden-Württemberg, Hohenzollern Castle looks like it floats above the clouds. It was the ancestral seat of the Prussian royal family, and today visitors can walk its ramparts and admire panoramic views. How to get there? About 1.5 hours south of Stuttgart by car or train plus shuttle bus. When to go? Visit in autumn when the castle rises above colorful forests, or in winter when it's dusted with snow. Nearby, you can visit the Swabian Alps offer hiking trails and traditional German villages worth exploring. Number 7. Predjama Castle, Slovenia. This is one of the most unique castles in the world, Predjama Castle, built directly into the mouth of a giant cave. Legends say a knight once lived here and used secret tunnels to smuggle supplies during sieges. To get there, it's just 1 hour from Ljubljana by car, and it is often combined with a visit to the nearby Postojna cave. Best time to visit is during summer, when the caves are comfortably cool and the landscape is lush. Nearby, the karst region is famous for underground rivers, wine cellars, and charming Slovenian villages. Number 6. Bled Castle in Slovenia. Perched high on a cliff above the turquoise waters of Lake Bled, Bled Castle is one of the most enchanting sights in Europe. With its medieval walls and red rooftops, it looks like a perfect fairy tale fortress. How to get there? Just 45 minutes from Ljubljana by car or bus. Best time to visit is in summer and autumn, when you can combine a visit to the castle with a boat trip to the island in the middle of the lake. Nearby, you can climb to Oystrika Viewpoint for iconic lake panoramas, or try the famous Bled cream cake in town. Number 5. Château de Chambord in France. This Renaissance masterpiece in the Loire Valley is instantly recognizable by its 400 towers and decorative chimneys. Chambord was built as a hunting lodge for King Francis I, but it's more like a royal palace straight out of a storybook. How to get there? 2 hours south of Paris by train to Blois, then a shuttle or bike ride through the countryside. Best time to visit is in spring or summer for cycling and wine tasting in the Loire Valley. Don't miss the other Loire castles nearby like Chenonceau and Amboise. Number 4. Alcázar of Segovia, Spain. Shaped like the bow of a ship, the Alcázar of Segovia inspired Disney's Cinderella Castle. With golden stone walls and fairy tale turrets, it dominates the Spanish landscape. How to get there? Segovia is just 30 minutes from Madrid by high-speed train. Best time to visit is in spring or early summer when the gardens are in bloom. Nearby, you can walk the UNESCO-listed Roman aqueduct and try Segovia's famous roast suckling pig. Number 3. Corvin Castle, Romania. Also known as Hunyadi Castle, Corvin Castle is one of Europe's most dramatic Gothic fortresses. With its drawbridge, tall spires, and legends of Vlad the Impaler, it's pure dark fairy tale. Located in Hunedoara, about 2 hours from Cluj-Napoca or Sibiu by car. Visit in autumn, when the castle feels even more atmospheric in the mist. Nearby, you can visit the Transylvanian towns of Alba Iulia and Sibiu that offer medieval charm. Number 2. Trakai Island Castle, Lithuania. Surrounded by the blue waters of Lake Galve, Trakai Castle sits on a small island connected by a wooden bridge. Once the residence of Lithuanian dukes, today it's a museum and one of the most picturesque spots in the Baltics. How to get there? Only 30 minutes from Vilnius by bus or car. Best time to visit is in summer, when you can kayak or take boat trips around the lake. When you get there, try the local Karaim pastry called kibanai, unique to the region. And finally, at number 1, Peles Castle, Romania. Peles Castle is nestled in the Carpathian Mountains near Sinaia. Built in the 19th century for King Carol I, it mixes Neo-Renaissance, Gothic, and Baroque styles, with over 160 rooms decorated with crystal chandeliers, wood carvings, and murals. How to get there? It's just 2 hours from Bucharest by train or car. Go in summer if you also want to hike the Bucegi Mountains, or December for a snowy fairy tale experience. Nearby, you can visit the Monastery of Sinaia, and the mountain resort offer plenty to explore. From island fortresses to castles hidden in forests, Europe is full of places that feel like they belong in a storybook. Which one would you most like to explore? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this countdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my other videos on hidden gems and national parks in Europe. Happy travels!